apologizing for the meeting you have missed. Firstly, you have to apologize for the missed meeting. Then you will explain what exactly happened. What was the reason behind your meeting being missed? Now, what you will do to compensate. Now, for writing the answer of this question, I will show you how will you refer to these three things. STV. Just remember it. Firstly, as I have told you, the starting part of a formal letter will be Dear Sir or Madam, whatever you would like to write. Dear Sir. Now, in the first line, will be the purpose of your letter. I am. Now, one thing more I would like to point out here. Please do not use this or this in an IELTS letter or essay. However, you may use these short forms in IELTS informal letter, but I would personally advise you not to use them. There's no need. So, no short forms, please. I am writing this letter. Why you are writing this letter? To apologize for the meeting I missed on 16th June. No need to write the year. On 16th June. Now, I have put a full stop here. Now, first of all, the structure. First thing is purpose. Purpose. First point is purpose in structure. What is our tone here? We are apologizing. We are on a lower scale. We are not using any harsh or any ordering kind of language. We are here very polite. We are apologizing. This is the tone. Now, talking about the vocab, how will you enrich your vocab here? Here I have put in the date on my own. What else can you put on your own? You can put that what was the meeting about? About marketing performance. About marketing performance. So this is called enriching your vocabulary. You are actually extending the question to such an extent that you are putting your own ideas, you are putting your own imaginations in it. You getting my point? You just don't have to copy and paste the question in your answer. No, please do not do that. Look into the structure which you have to use. Here the first part of our structure was purpose, which I have clearly mentioned in my first paragraph of my letter. Second is the tone. We are apologizing here. See, first thing, why I am explaining all this to you one by one? Because here it is a formal letter. It is a formal apology letter. Same thing will go for the informal letter also, and for the other kinds of formal letters like complaint, recommendation, suggestion, all these letters. So this is the step-by-step procedure on how to write an IELTS letter. Okay, so I'm sure you are clear with this thing. Now, with all these three things, we will move on to the next paragraph. Now, here in the third part of our first session of IELTS writing, I've explained you the first part of this question and how to frame it in keeping in mind the structure, tone and vocabulary enrichment. Now, coming to the second part. We are starting here with the second paragraph. Now, explain what happened. Now, Here you are going to explain the process of something that happened. So most probably you will be using past continuous tense here. The cause of my absence. Now, keep this thing in mind that you don't have to repeat words. You will not write of my missing the meeting, because you are not going to use the same words again and again. Moreover, these words are from the question itself. So it's better to use their synonyms. Now, the cause of my absence was a car accident I had on my way to the office. Now we are talking about vocabulary enrichment here. You have to use on your own. You framed this accident on your own. You framed all this situation on your own. So you are enriching your vocab here. But be sure about your tone also, that your tone has to be very polite. Now, I had on my way to the office. Second sentence. Now, since I was unconscious. Now, why I am using this word since? Because it is gonna structure my sentence. It is gonna structure my writing. I am connecting my second sentence to the first one. The cause of my absence was a car accident I had on my way to the office. Then see, you can explain the process further also. Then what happened? Some people took me to the hospital. I could have written that way also. But you have to actually connect your hospital going thing and your accident thing. So you will say that since I was unconscious, few people escorted me to a nearby hospital. Okay. Now, the staff did not allow me to leave the hospital unless my doctor instructed them to do so. Now see, talking about the structure. First thing, the cause of my absence was a car accident I had on my way to the office. I am connecting this with the since. Since I was unconscious, few people escorted me to a nearby hospital and the staff did not allow me to leave the hospital unless my doctor instructed them to do so. Now, you are giving an explanation that why you could not come actually. You have to tell that you were seriously injured, so that the staff, they were not allowing you to leave unless the doctor told them to do so. This is a logical sequence of events which you called the structure. Tone is to be explanatory. Vocab enrichment, escorted. Few students may write took me to hospital. See, nothing is wrong. It's right. But it's better to use some good words so that examiner has an impression that you have a better knowledge. See, good knowledge of English, a person with 6 bands will have. Those who need a 7, they have to show a good knowledge of English. So they have to use such words. Okay, good. Now talking about the third bullet point, say what you will do to compensate. Now, I acknowledge. We may use the word understand also, but wherever you can use a good or a better word than the other, I advise you to do so. I acknowledge the importance, or you may write significance of this meeting. Hence, I have requested Miss Shilpi to mail me the minutes of meeting and explain me any important or crucial information verbally. I will surely speed up with all the plans and projects by the end of the day, by the end of today, suppose. Now, here what I have done is, I must show you. Here I am enriching my vocab. Minutes of meeting. Now, a person who has a good knowledge of English or a better knowledge of English will use such words. Minutes of meeting. Examiner is able to understand that and explain any crucial information verbally. I will surely speed up with all the plans and projects by end of today. So this is the vocab enrichment. This you have to do in your letter. Now here I have answered the third bullet point, that say what you will do to compensate. Okay, so here your tone is that what I am going to do, what I will surely do. Okay, in the previous paragraph you were explaining your situation, and now you are saying that to speed up or to catch up with the things that are left, I will surely do all these things. So your tone is a tone which is showing a will, that yes, I have to do something. The structure, it is in the same sequence which is asked in the question. So we are completed here upon the structure. Vocab enrichment I have already told you. So our last line will be, it will be a new para. I hope you will, because now what we are doing in the last line, we are summarizing. I hope you will forgive my absence and be assured of my commitment to this company. Now I'm sure that now you are able to understand the structure of an IELTS letter, how you have to keep in mind 3 things while you are writing an IELTS letter. One thing I want to acknowledge here, this question I have taken from IELTSlist.com, from the band 9 answers. I have altered the vocabulary to such an extent that it looks a kind of better English. Means it's not that the words which are used, they are quite simple. There are few words used, but I have changed the vocabulary according to me, which looks better to the examiner according to me. This is the way which I used to actually practice, structurize, make a tone, enrich my vocab for every IELTS letter that I wrote. So I must tell you that if you have you must have written it along my explanation. So it's better that you keep this structure in your front and then you practice your essays.